Hello, everybody. Ian Robson. Welcome back to another episode of Coffee with Ian. Actually, quite hot right now, so be kind of careful. Anyways, so as the title suggests, what do you think of the new John Deere Cotton DLC? Now, the funny thing is, when I first saw that they called it a John Deere Cotton DLC, I was like, how can they even call it a John Deere Cotton DLC? Because there is only one John Deere item in it, which is kind of funny, actually. So, but they have just the John Deere harvester, the CP690 cotton picker, which creates, I think, a 10,000 liter bales of memory serves. So I don't know. I haven't played with it much. I haven't played with it at all, really. Not yet, but I am kind of curious to see what your thoughts are on it thus far. I like the idea of it. I like the fact that it drops bales that are not giant cubes, but I mean, you can still use it. You can still use other things, I suppose, too. So you don't have to worry about, you could go one way or the other. So if you want to manage more bales, you could go for these bales. If you wanted to use the big cubes that the other ones produce, you can go that route. I don't know. It seems like it's pretty good. It's like baling with cotton. So if you do a lot of baling, maybe you'll enjoy that as well. I don't know. I don't do a whole lot of baling unless I absolutely have to, I think. But generally speaking, I didn't when cotton was released in this in the game, I wasn't like, oh my gosh, cotton. But I don't live in a place where there's cotton, so that's why I wasn't too jazzed about it. But if you live, let's say, in an area down south in the United States where you do have cotton and that's a normal thing for you, then you're probably super jazzed about this DLC. So it just comes down to what you enjoy. So I don't really harvest cotton at all in the game, and so I was like, okay, John Deere cotton DLC, cool. And that was kind of the extent of my reaction. Whereas other people were like, "Oh yes, finally a John Deere cotton picker." So like I said, it really comes down to whether or not you like the cotton side of things or not. So that's been my perspective thus far, at least. So, but they did give you a couple cool little pieces of a couple cool implements there. In order to manage the bales. And an interesting fact is, it looks like you would use a wheel loader for most of it, as opposed to a tractor. I mean, you can use a tractor as well, but it seems like the wheel loader might be a good choice for moving the bales around after you've, picking them up off the ground, I suppose, just because it allows you to manage them a bit more. So one of the screenshots they provide right there is with the New Holland wheel loader with the bale forks on the front of it, moving the bales around. So, I mean, you could really move the bales on anything, with anything, I suppose, or onto anything, I suppose, is what I'm trying to say. It's like on any type of trailer if you wanted to, but they do give you a couple trailers within the DLC to use, of course. They give you the auto stacker style trailer. They give you a 3-point hitch style. Really? That's a 3-point hitch? I guess they give you a 3-point hitch style bale managing tool as well. So I don't know. It seems pretty cool. I have not played with it at all, to be honest with you. But I will pick it up. I just haven't done it yet. I've been enjoying the Hunter Call of the Wild lately, so just been playing what I've been enjoying, and that seems what I've been enjoying at the moment. So I will definitely check it out. Just a question of when, really. And also, Seasons has been released now too. So from what it sounded like, I was reading on what's new for Seasons itself, and it sounds like it's actually pretty quite in depth, actually, in comparison to what it used to be. Like there's crop rotation now. There's different fields you can move around with, move your animals to for grazing. There's also weeds come in clusters as opposed to the whole field, which is interesting. So maybe you can do a bit more spot spraying as opposed to spraying the whole field, which is kind of cool. What was their big thing? There's also seasonal droughts now. So there's going to be seasonal droughts. There's going to be, wet seasons. There's going to be an abundance of snow, I imagine, as well. So they've really gone. I think I don't know if it's even should be called the seasons mod now, because it's more than just the seasons aspect of it. They've added a lot more to it. So it'll be very curious to see how that affects the actual playing of the game itself. So yeah, it'll be very curious to see how that affects the playing of the game itself. Now, as far as I know, I don't know if there's how many maps there are that actually have let's see here, that actually have the seasons mod I already set up with it. No, Let's see here. Let's go to category, map. Williams Forest, contest map. Brook might be Baltic Sea. Is that updated with seasons? No. Doesn't appear to be. William Forest? I don't know. Hi, Ian. What are your thoughts on Class being the Platinum? I wouldn't mind seeing Class. They got some cool stuff, like, for example, the Class Jaguar, the Class Lexion combines, which we have around our neck of the woods. Those are the big ones. Class Big Square Baler, or Class Balers as well, which you see some of, not a crazy amount, but you do see the odd big square or square baler from Class, or round baler from Class. So it'd be kind of cool to see them into the game itself. I don't know. If some of the DLCs, like, I think like what they should kind of go towards is not necessarily just adding more of the same, but kind of adding some more unique things. So, for example, when they added the Homer DLC, that was something very. They had some stuff like that, but it wasn't quite as neat because they had the Terra Nova in there as well. It was Terra Nova. Whatever the one was called, Terra Agra, I can't remember what it was, but the one that is like a hook lift style truck where you can add the different boxes to, and that's kind of neat because that's something that is difficult to do in the modding world, or difficult to do well. At least seems like it's possible, but it would be very cool to see what's what. But yeah, I don't see Sudbury Meadows. Please tell me that's Sudbury, Canada. No, that's Sudbury in a small village in the UK, apparently. Oh, is there any old iron packs out? I haven't seen any actually. I haven't been on the lookout for them either, mind you. So that really doesn't help either. But let's see, John Deere 6000 series, 7000 series, 8000 series. No case equipment. Steiger combine. No, nothing there then. Agco Challenger, nothing there. Yeah, I don't see where I would normally go for it. I don't see mod packs. What's this? Big Bud pack, haulage logger, New Holland wheel loader pack. Yeah, where I would normally go, I don't see anything. So, hey, Lindsay, how you doing today? Hope you're doing well. I don't see anything that's miscellaneous equipment. Tension belt mounting block, chemical tanks, push blade for forestry tractor. Okay. No, don't say anything that really jumps out at me. There might be some out there. I just don't know how good they'll be. Sometimes what will happen is you'll find sometimes you'll find like a pack, but it may not be a very well put together pack. So you got to be careful of that. Hello from Smith Falls, Ontario. I'm sure I've been to Smith Falls, not recently at least, but I've definitely been to Smith Falls. Smith Falls. Where is that even located here? Smith Falls, Innisfil, Lanark County. Oh, I definitely have been to Smith Falls then. I believe more than once where I've taken the train. Not the train. Is it the train? Maybe it's the bus I'm thinking of. Oh, there is train tracks that go through there. So yeah, maybe I've been there via train. And that's why I've been to Smith Falls, maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure if the VRL goes from Toronto to Ottawa and goes to Smith Falls. I think it does, actually. So what's your perspectives on the DLC so far? Have you been really amazed by it? Have you been like, it's okay, buy it? What are your perspectives thus far? Like, I don't know. I've been not super jazzed about this one, to be completely honest with you. But that goes for a lot of games where it's like that, where you find something that it's okay. Yeah, that's what I figured. It wouldn't be like I wouldn't be blown away by it by any means. It would just be like, it's cool, whatever. That's what I feel like, at least. So it's kind of one of those things where it'll be kind of meh, maybe for some people, and other people are like all over it. So it really depends. It's okay. I'm wondering what the map will be. Oh, for the Platinum DLC? I don't know. I'm not sure what the map will be or what maps are. I don't know. I'm sure there's some maps that work with seasons right now. I know you can get a map with the seasons will work with any map right now, but it depends on. There'll be certain aspects that won't be as good as they could be if you don't have like a map design for seasons. So that is my story, and I'm sticking to it. Yeah, just south of Ottawa, close to Winchester. So yeah, there's a few mods out there. Definitely, a few modded maps out there. The one that looked interesting was where was it here? It was. I'm getting a new PC in August. I have a console now, so it will be a big improvement for free. Oh yeah, maps, 17 maps. Wow, really? Great Smoky Mountain. No. 4X maps. County Line Seasons. Oh, this isn't a Seasons Ready one. So there you go. County Line is now Seasons Ready, apparently. The long-awaited Seasons update preference. County Line. I haven't seen this map in ages. The hard part to think about is whether it's worth going to revisit the same map. For FS15, it was originally created. So this gives you a perspective. Multi-terrain angle, dedicated forestry area and sawmill. Blech. Functional contracts. What else we have? Midwest Horizon is the one I was thinking of. That one is quite large though, but I have not tried that one either. So that one is a big one for big one for server wouldn't be too bad, I suppose. That looks gigantic. Jeez. So, anyways, that's it for me for today, folks. That's the big news that's come out. Also, the other random news that's coming, I guess, the next few days is, let's see here. Hunter Call of the Wild is releasing another DLC. They released DLC super quick. So Yukon Valley is the current, most recent map update they've released, and it is amazing. I really like that map so far. That's why I've been enjoying that a lot. And the next DLC they're going to be releasing is going to be like another weapons DLC, basically. So it'll be curious to see what happens or what it's like, at least. I don't know. This DLC that's coming up, they're kind of like, it looks okay. I'm not super jazzed about it, but the Yukon Valley I was really psyched about. So I went back to the classic. Yeah. So, anyways, folks, like I said, that'll be it for me. Hope you enjoyed. My name's Ian Robson. If you like what you saw, why don't you go ahead and hit that subscribe button for some more Careful Coffee with Ian. Delicious.